Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we are on the Isle of Siptah, on the Isle of Dusk in map square E5, building the Black Bastion, an outpost for the nearby Black Corsair pirates. So, without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, I started off by drawing out the baseplate using Frontier fence foundations. I'll be placing the outpost onto this sloping ridge, so I thought it best to plan the rooms and design with fence foundations. In terms of shape, I went with a fairly simple symmetrical design. I've done a lot of asymmetrical designs recently, so I felt like a bit of a change with this one. Once I had built the fence foundations, I made a small defensive wall at the front of the build. I wanted this wall to have a nice little bit of depth, and I found the best way to do this was to use sandstone foundations, place fence foundations onto the sides of the foundations, and then just remove said foundations. Nice and easy, and it helps to create a more interesting wall design. Once I had finished the base of the walls, I placed a frontier gate frame and Khitan ceilings onto the courtyard, then building up the walls of the defensive wall to 3 tiles high, and then building some ceilings within the outpost itself to construct the ground floor. Next, for the walls. For the ground floor, I built the walls 3 tiles high using a mix of Stormglass and Frontier, a material choice that I think really works for this environment. I'll be following the floor plan I laid out earlier whilst placing the fence foundations. I also built some stairs up to the first floor, initially trying a double staircase, but eventually I chose a singular staircase instead. It just worked a bit better. I then carried on building the walls up until they were at the height I liked. Next, for the first floor. I used Khitan ceilings again to cover the top of some of the walls, leaving a hollow section in the entrance hall and building partial ceilings above the front side rooms. I then built the walls up again on this floor, building them all 2 tiles high apart from the windows in the centre, which I built 1 tile high. I then placed roof gables onto the walls, going for a simple intersection roof design that should work really nicely. Next, for the roof. Seeing as this is indeed an outpost, I think the Frontier roof pieces actually work really nicely here, so I chose to use those. I built the roofs according to the gables I built earlier, and though it does look fairly complex, it's a really simple design that elevates the look and feeling of this build quite nicely. I rarely use Frontier roof pieces for pretty much anything, as I think that really hard metal aesthetic doesn't do much for a lot of builds. However, for this outpost in this environment, I think it does wonders. Finally, I covered the top of the defensive walls with ceilings, added fences to the wall and the interior, and finished off placing ceilings on the ground floor inside the bastion. Finally, when the shell of the build was done, it was then time to, of course, furnish. Approaching the bastion, I lit it with hanging and wall braziers and decorated with non-modded items. Entering the outpost, the courtyard is a small training and prisoner holding area where an unfortunate Zathite worshipper has been captured by the Corsairs. Entering the build, the ground floor holds a kitchen, storage room, armoury, workshop and dining area. I was a bit unsure about building on the Isle of Dusk, as I was a bit concerned about the atmosphere making the build a bit too dark. However, it has actually worked perfectly for this outpost. The Ashlands is packed with a dense fog that I didn't really notice until I lit the area, and it seems to really glow, which helps to cultivate a wonderful atmosphere. The Black Bastion is an outpost of the nearby Corsairs, the elite faction of Black Hand pirates. The Corsairs are trying to establish a solid foothold on the Isle of Dusk, and this outpost helps to extend their influence on the coasts of the Isle. Within this outpost you have high-ranking Black Corsairs and the lower ranks of Corsairs to help them with defence and some of the more menial tasks around the bastion. Compared to the centre of the Isle, this area is one of the safer parts of the Ashlands, a decent distance away from the eldritch horrors hidden within the fractured citadel. On the first floor you have some bedrooms and a small meeting area. The leader of this outpost is nicknamed the Dragon. Legend says he killed a red dragon with only an iron dagger when he was 16 years old, and his feats are well known amongst the Corsairs. The Dragon is a charismatic and fearsome leader, guiding his fellow Corsairs with an experienced hand, often duelling with less experienced members to help develop their skills as swordsmen. As the leader of the outpost, his bedroom is much more comfortable than the cramped dormitories that the other Corsairs sleep in, though of course life on the Isle of Dusk is rarely ever comfortable. And there we have it, the Black Bastion on the Isle of Dusk in map square E5. Thanks for watching. I'm pretty happy with this build. The Isle of Dusk is one of my favourite biomes, and the atmosphere within it really helps to elevate this build. On a more civilised note, I've been working on the Colonising Conan server on stream over the past few days, so you guys should hopefully get another progress log fairly soon. However, if you can't wait that long, the link to my Twitch, as always, is in the description. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know what builds you want to see in the comments below. As usual, anything is welcome. There are new videos coming at least twice a week, so do feel free to subscribe. Only 20% of my viewers are actually subscribed to the channel, so if you're new here and you've enjoyed this video, or you've seen a few of my videos before, hit the big red button to join the coffee cult. There are plenty more videos coming for you to enjoy. As usual, the links to my Twitch, Patreon and Discord are in the description. You can get 66% off a 2-year deal with NordVPN plus a month free when you visit nordvpn.org/EarEdYT or use code EarEdYT at checkout. I use Nord a lot to watch region-locked content, but I would personally recommend it to anyone that values their privacy online. Purchasing NordVPN through my link goes a long way to help me and the channel out, and you also get access to the best rated VPN service on the market, so I'd recommend at least taking a look if you are interested. Nord has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you are not 100% satisfied with the service, you can get your money back quickly and easily. The links to get that discount are down in the description below, or you can just enter code EarEdYT at checkout. If you'd like to support the channel directly, you can become an esteemed cultist on Patreon, where you'll get access to exclusive Discord roles, sneak peeks of new videos, and your name at the end of every video. On that note, a thanks to our patrons Sammy, Sadialot, Randar, Connor, Blue Ivy, Velma, Shannara, Torn, and Eagle Rose. Again, thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.